The 2025 BMW X6, now in its sixth year of production, offering a sportier alternative to the traditionally shaped X5. This unique styling sacrifices some cargo space and rear headroom, but delivers a bold, aggressive presence on the road. Taking a page out of BMW's book, Genesis also made a sportier alternative to the GV80 SUV, rocking the same fastback-style roofline and more aggressive design. But which one compromises the least for the sake of looks? Well, in this video, we'll compare both SUVs' designs inside and out, pricing and how they drive. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. It was clear that the X6 would get substantial changes all around. At the front, the new headlights are narrower with arrow-shaped DRL indicators and an optional illuminated kidney grille on each trim. The lower section of the front fascia now features a more prominent bumper, matching the shape of the air intakes to the sides. The situation didn't change much at the side profile. The refreshed model has the same overall profile and lines, and dependent on the trim level, there will be new wheel designs, as well as different trim for the front fenders and side skirts. The same goes for the back. The overall shape remains unchanged, though the taillights now get fiber optic lights that extend further towards the middle of the tailgate with a more visible 3D effect. Everything else seems to be carried over from the pre-facelift model without tweaks. As for Genesis, its design team churns out one stunning product after another, and the GV80 Coupe is no exception, implementing the brand's split headlights and shield-shaped grille with a dramatic roofline and wider taillights, with it being pretty much identical to the X6 in both height and width. The signature quad-line headlights use slightly softer shapes, making it stand in contrast to the X6's sharp ones. The side profile features a shoulder line that extends from the hood cut to the taillights with a fill of chrome to break up the lower bodywork, and size-wise, the GV80 is slightly longer than the X6, giving it a sportier look. The tailgate is clean with sharp lines and uses an aggressive angle for the rear glass, highlighting its fastback roofline. Real quad exhaust tips poke out of the rear bumper, with a huge set of 22-inch wheels rounding out what is a handsome, distinctive design. Overall, both SUVs are very good looking in their own rights, but personally, the BMW X6 just looks more assertive from every angle. Jumping inside, the cabin is where the most significant changes are happening for the X6. The steering wheel is new and the dashboard has been updated as a result of the new dual-screen layout. The seat design, meanwhile, stays untouched. The cabin is lined with high-quality materials and, dependent on the options chosen, a long list of luxury features such as massaging seats, soft closed doors, and heated front armrest and steering wheel can make the X5 feel like a high-end luxury SUV, but add a lot of cost to the bottom line. You can even add the best-in-class Bowers & Wilkins surround sound audio system that features diamond dome tweeters. As for infotainment, you are faced with a curved wall of display screens that span 2/3 of the dashboard. A 12.3-inch gauge display and a larger 14.9-inch touchscreen provide access to BMW's iDrive interface. The X5 originally launched with iDrive 8, but is now available with the iDrive 8.5 system. Users can also control the system via a rotary knob on the center console, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard, as is wireless charging and a 5G Wi-Fi hotspot. As for Genesis, the GV80 Coupe interior is a classy joint, all soft-touch materials and clean-flowing lines instead of the more horizontal look of the BMW X6. A wide, mostly unadorned dashboard houses a massive 27-inch OLED display right on top, and the two-spoke steering wheel is now replaced by a new three-spoke wheel that feels more at home than the previous one. The high center console and well-placed door panel armrests create a cozy front row, with abundant accent lighting creating two distinctive spaces for driver and passenger. A thin strip of metallic trim hides the center and passenger side climate control vents, under which lies a sloping HVAC panel that flows into the center console. As for infotainment, you will be happy to know that the massive landscape-style 27-inch screen is standard on all trims. The latest user interface is easy to understand, though the touchscreen might be hard to reach for some. Thankfully, there is a rotary dial on the center console to easily access the menus. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. Overall, the quality and design of both the X6 and Genesis interior are fantastic, but the GV80 certainly stands out against most of its competition. As for passenger and cargo space, the X6's seats are soft with solid bolstering and plenty of space in every direction for the front passengers. Climb into the second row and you will be just as comfortable as the front, but its legroom and headroom shrink by about 2 and 3 inches respectively compared to the boxier X5. As for cargo space, it boasts a healthy 27 cubic feet. With all the seats down, you get 60 cubes. The Genesis, on the other hand, is just as comfortable with nice cushy seats, and thanks to a long 116.3-inch wheelbase, there is more than enough room for both driver and front passenger. The second row slides and reclines to a surprising 22 degrees, the most in its class, and offers one of the best legroom figures, beating the X6 by 2 inches. As for cargo space, the GV80 Coupes dwarfs BMW's figures. Behind the second row, you get 30.3 cubic feet. Fold them flat and you get a massive 62.1 cubes of space. When it comes to pricing, to get a 2025 X6, you'll be paying a premium. The base xDrive 40i model starts at $75,100, which is way more expensive than its X5 sibling. As standard, you get dual gauge and infotainment displays, adaptive cruise control, power-adjustable steering on front seats, and 20-inch alloy wheels. Next is the X6 M60i at around $95,200, but if you want the M competition, then you will have to shell out over $132,000. As for Genesis, the company has not forgotten how to offer its customers good value. There is only one trim level and it starts at $80,000, and while it's $5,000 more expensive than the base X6, it comes packed with premium features such as heated and ventilated front and rear seats, Bang & Olufsen audio system, a head-up display, and the massive 20-inch OLED screen. You can get a more powerful model with an electric supercharger and some larger wheels for $85,750. The 2025 GV80 Coupe offers all of the panache of its competitors at a fantastic price, and compared to the X6, it's just insane how much bang for the buck the Genesis is offering here. Now, when you hit the road, the GV80 Coupe's powertrain is refined and masterfully executed. It's offered with 2 engine options: a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 that makes 375 horsepower in base form, but a 409 horsepower variant is available and uses an electric supercharger to boost its output. Both pair with an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Although competitors offer more powerful engines beyond their turbo 6-cylinder engines, Genesis sticks with its V6, which provides ample power for daily driving without being overwhelming. The GV80 excels in its ride quality, even beating that of the X6, absorbing road imperfections smoothly. However, its handling slightly suffers in corners with minor oversteers if driven aggressively. A standout feature here is its impressive noise isolation, offering a serene cabin experience akin to that of a Mercedes Maybach, making it an attractive option for those prioritizing luxury and comfort over all power. In contrast, while the twin-turbocharged V8 in the X6 M60i offers unparalleled power, it represents only a modest portion of sales. The 6-cylinder xDrive 40i, the volume model, provides all the performance most drivers will ever need without the excess of the V8. With 335 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque from its 3-liter turbo engine, the xDrive 40i can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in a brisk 5.3 seconds. The engine excels in low and mid-range torque, offering impressive power delivery, though it may feel less enthusiastic at high speeds. It remains quiet during everyday driving, but emits a satisfying growl under heavy throttle. The X6's handling is balanced and agile, showcasing BMW's signature poise and handling precision. It's not as agile as a Porsche Cayenne, but it's actually fun to drive, unlike the GV80 Coupe's uninspiring dynamics. With controlled roll and useful feedback through the chassis, the X6 is the better option for driving enthusiasts. So, which one should you choose? Well, it's rather simple. If you care most about luxury, versatility, and a fantastic price, then the GV80 Coupe is the obvious choice here. But if you absolutely need an engaging drive out of your SUV, then the BMW X6 is the one to go for.